Hello, YouTubers. Time for another video. Uh, didn't have any time today to do a video. Holy smokes. The amount of deliveries that came today. Like, I understood there'd be more material just because it's a bigger building than what I'm used to. But jeez. Not to mention, we're putting in like the drainage system, and like this is a beast of a drainage system. Like this is like, I don't know, an Olympic size pool drainage system. It's huge. And they're putting in the gravel and the material that goes under and over the gravel as the filtration system. But it's pretty intense. At the same time that we're doing this, we're also doing stucco. So you just imagine, well, maybe not many of you can, but just imagine pallets upon pallets of bags of stucco. and then just piles and piles and piles of gravel everywhere, and piles of dirt that used to be in there. We've got spools and spools and spools of cable, not just like electrical cables. We got Cat 6 cables. We got electrical cables. We've got I mean, there's electrical cables for each room, but there's electrical cables for the huge transformers out. There's a lot going on, and I didn't ever expect to be this busy on this job ever. This was a pretty hectic day. Anyway, now that I'm done with the day part of my job, the nighttime part of my job is here. And the nighttime part of my job is making sure that this place is secure. No one is allowed here at night. And there's a huge parking lot that we share with a restaurant right in front. And it's huge. I mean, it does get packed on the weekends from the restaurant because the restaurant's really good. So a lot of people come to this restaurant. The staff has to park in our garage on the weekends. That's how good the restaurant is. But, in between, on the weekday, they get a lot of people, but not enough to fill up the parking lot. And then with our guys, half and half, the parking lot does get pretty full. And it's hard to keep track of everyone that's parking in there and everyone who's parked in there for the restaurant or everyone who's parked for the construction site. It's just difficult. So we don't even try. But once it starts to get a little later and everyone from the site is gone, they've all gone home, I'm the only fucker here, then the parking lot is basically just for the restaurant. And most people that come to the restaurant, it's a huge parking space, a parking lot, all of it's empty, especially towards the night. Like right now, there's only 2 cars there. The cook and the guy, the server, that's it. And, various times we get cars, we got Uber drivers that are trying to, in between, have a place to chill. Got some taxi drivers. We have construction people from other construction sites that, like, stop in this parking lot and do their paperwork. And, you know what I mean? When I see those people, there'll be a trailer that'll pull in, and he's just most of the time, this is me assuming, but they come here, I see them check everything, and then they get onto the freeway, because the freeway is just right there. You can pull in here, you can get gas, you can get something to eat, and then you can go straight to the freeway, either side, east or west. And so that's what I'm assuming that some people are doing, when they have loads that they're trailing or they're hauling, or they got it in the back of their truck, and they've got their zip ties or their ratchets, straps I'm just assuming that they're checking them out before they get on that freeway, which is cool, smart thing to do. All the people that I just told you about, I don't bother these people. What for? They're here for maybe 5, 10 minutes the most, and then they're off. They're gone. I never have to deal with these fuckers again. That's it. But then we have another crowd. We got a riffraff crowd. We got guys that just want to roll a blunt, want to smoke in the parking lot. It's just a place to smoke. And when I was a youngster, I hung out with people like that. We did. We smoked weed in the parking lot. No big deal. Okay? Smoke your blunt, get the fuck out. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes to smoke your blunt. And why are you smoking the whole blunt in our parking lot? Take a couple hits, get faded, take off. No, I'm not going to allow that in the parking lot. 1. 2, I've seen people do that, then throw their fucking trash in the parking lot. I don't pick that shit up. But the servers, the managers make them pick it up. So they got to go up there and pick up other people's trash. If I see our guys do it, which I've seen our construction guys do it, assholes. They'll go to McDonald's on lunch, they'll come back, they'll throw it. And then they come back from finishing the day of work, get in their cars and leave. And they didn't throw away the McDonald's or whatever. Who do you think picks that up? I do. I don't want the servers picking up our trash. But I'll let the servers pick up the trash for the people that just come here. Because they've allowed this to happen. Sure, maybe the person before me didn't do what I do. I understand that. You should have picked up the slack. You should have kept doing this. Now I'm doing this. And I'm actually working double because these people are comfortable. They got comfortable. They think they can just do this. No. I'm going to be on your ass. You think you can just come here, park for a second, and go in the bushes and piss? Fuck you. There's a shit ton of homeless people that I don't allow do that here. I'm going to let you do that? No. There's been other people that leave their cars overnight. What are you leaving your car here for overnight? This isn't your parking lot. Now, you could say, oh, you're just being a Karen. No. You don't know who these cars are. We've already been broken into. I got blamed for the break-in because we couldn't find the lock. There was no lock. And she probably didn't put the lock back on. A week later, we found the lock around the corner from the... maybe we should have looked a little better. But we weren't looking for a broken lock. We were looking for, shavings or metal, they, clipped it or... We didn't think that maybe they'd throw it. And it wasn't even around the corner. It was, literally just, they just tossed it. But there's a bunch of weeds there, so that's why I didn't see it. I saw it a week ago because... What was I doing? I dropped something and I went to pick it up and I saw what looked like a broken lock. And I was like, hey. And I went, hey, is it? And I looked and it had the old, code, but one number off. Which we think that, of course, it's possibly an inside job, but not one of us. It was either an inside job from one of the many crews that just hired, contractors, or someone walked in on one of these days and saw that code, made note of the code, came back and tried to use that code, and it wasn't the exact code. One number was off, so they thought that was the code, and it didn't work, so they just ended up cutting the lock. And they took all our tools. Not my tools, it was the company's tools, but now the company's like, don't share the code with her. My boss was like, no, here's the code. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I did not forget. I know for a fact I locked that. No. And I did doubt myself for a little bit. I was like, maybe I didn't lock it. But I was like, no, I did. And there was specific reasons why I knew I had locked that. Specific reasons because of things I had to do and things that I had in my possession in the trailer told me, no, yeah, I did lock it. Because the things that I had, I didn't want to get them because I didn't want to unlock. It's really hard to unlock this roll-up metal gate we have. It's annoying. It's a pain. So before we lock it up, I get what I need. I don't want to go back in there. So I know I locked it. But beyond that, we've been broken into. We've got people who do graffiti. We tell the guys all the time, if you're gonna leave stuff here, bring a chain. Bring your lock and chain. They never listen. They leave their ladders. They don't leave their power tools, but they leave other stuff. People try to come here for copper. There's so many reasons why we can't have people in the parking lot. We just can't. And not just other people, our guys. We won't even allow our guys to hang out in the parking lot because they drink. They fucking drink. I don't understand what it is about. And you know what, though? I don't care if I sound racist because I know I'm not. But it's my people. My people. All the white people that work on this site, I see them chugging water. Gatorade, Powerade, like vitamin water. And I'm just like, oh? You know? But mostly it's sodas, you know? And waters with like the little powders in it. Red waters everywhere. Red or blue waters. You know? I haven't seen not one black person on our job site. But it's all the Latino guys. All the Mexican, Latino, whatever. If you're speaking a Spanish, you're drinking a birra. You're drinking a cerveza, sir. Senor. I mean, I recycle all the drinks these guys drink. I get a really good amount of aluminum out of their cervezas. I get an annoying amount of glass too. And I'm just like, why are you bringing glass to a construction site? But, you know, that's a liability if they're drinking here and then they leave and something happens. So there's just many reasons why we don't let people on here. We have this grassy area where there's like a couple bushes, a big tree, right before you go into the gate. I've had to close that off. It's that plastic mesh stuff, bright orange plastic mesh. We had to put stakes in chest high and put that orange plastic stuff on it and block off this grassy area because people try to sleep here. I'm in this trailer. It's not hooked up to any drainage, proper plumbing drain. And I have a hose going out to that grassy area. And I did it, one part I did it, well, because I wanted to use this restroom. I don't number 2 it here. But I wanted to be able to use the restroom. So I got that hose. Number 2, I said, you know what? I'm putting this hose right here by this tree. For reasons of, before I got that hose, I had to keep kicking people out there because they kept trying to sleep there. And on 2 occasions, try to eat there. Look, when I say try to eat there, I don't mean these people were like had an ice chest or making some sandwiches. No! These people made like a little stove out of rocks and then went under our gate. It's a fucked up gate, so there's this little part that people can get in if they wiggle it enough. And I heard some stuff, so I'm like, what the? And I'm looking, I'm like, I know I'm hearing something. And then I see someone behind our porta potties. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go out there. Sure enough, it's some dude getting our wood. It's our fucking wood. Why are you even going into our yard? And then you're taking our wood? So then I go, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you didn't know what? These people are not creative as to why they're here. You know? I just thought it was okay. You thought it was okay? I'll just leave it. Yeah, you should leave it. What are you doing? And then I look, he's grabbing the wood because the fire they're making is about to go out. What? Why are you fucking making a fire? Oh, they were cooking their fucking pinto beans out of the can. So they make a fire with the stone. They use the wood underneath the stones that were strategically placed to hold the fucking can of pinto beans. And they're using pieces of wood. Mind you, this is months ago. This is 2 months ago. When there's no stucco and no paper, no wire. It's just framing. Just a huge building of wood. And these smart, intelligent, druggy people thought, this is a great idea. This place is full of wood. Our fire will never go out. Oh, man. And it's just like, oh, my God. Had I not came out, what? I mean, I would have come out because I would have smelt the fire. Because as soon as I did come out and I got a little close, I did smell the fire. And that's why I was like, what do you do? Cooking? This is a building of wood. What are you doing? Like, oh my God. You know? And it's asinine. That guy was like, oh, yeah. He's like, we're leaving. And the chick was like, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Like, she was genuinely pissed. I ruined her fucking dinner. She was annoyed that I wouldn't let her cook her fiery dinner in front of a construction site. So, yeah, I don't care. I don't care if you're here for 5 minutes parked in the parking lot. I told you to leave. I told you twice to leave. I told you nicely twice to leave. You didn't leave. So this guy in a 4Runner wouldn't leave. I told him nicely leave. He wouldn't leave. I told him I was going to call the cops. He was like, I don't fucking care. Okay. So what do? I call the cops. You know, it takes the cops 18 minutes to get here. So for 18 minutes, this guy knows he's not wanted here. He's not allowed to park here. I've told him you're trespass. You're not allowed to come back. Well, okay, fuck off. Stays there for 18 minutes. The cops finally get her, have a talk with him, check out his papers, whatever. Telling me, oh, he doesn't speak any Spanish. Bullshit. I spoke English to him. He spoke English back to me. So, listen, I've told you not to pick sides, but no. I'm going to pick sides right now. Go for it, Trump. Get rid of all these illegals. Get rid of them. If they're not supposed to be here, deport them. I'm gonna get that the ICE number. I'm gonna put it on my phone. I'm gonna have it on speed dial. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. I don't give a shit what country you're from. I don't care. And I don't care about the laws here either. But I'm not a cop, and I'm asking you to leave. You know I don't want you to be here, but you're still going to stay here. You're going to disregard everything I said. You're going to speak to me in English, and when the cops do get here, you're going to, oh, no habla español. No habla inglés. You're gonna pull that bullshit. Then the cops say, okay, well, you're just gonna have to leave, right? They come, they tell me, okay, we told him, it's just because he don't speak Spanish. He needs to leave. We told him he needs to leave. He's gonna leave. They leave. Does he leave? No. He stays there. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Are you fucking kidding me? So I call the non-emergency line again. I'm like, yo, your cops just left. This guy is still here. They told him to leave. He was gonna leave. He's not leaving. And they just left. No. It's like, well, give him 10 minutes. No. He is not allowed to be here. I've already asked him to leave. The officers are telling me he doesn't speak any English. He spoke English to me. So now he lied to them. And now he's not leaving after they got here. They need to come back and he needs to leave right now. Because if he doesn't, I have to stay here and monitor him. Come back. Tell them to come back and tell him to leave. Okay, ma'am. The cop was like, hadn't left, but he left the parking lot, but he was by the restaurant and by the gas station. I guess you call it. He finally reversed and came back, and yeah, told him to leave. As the guy's leaving, what do you think he does? Do you think he just leaves, or do you think he laughs? He laughs. This motherfucker knew exactly what he was doing. These illegals, these criminals, they all know exactly what they're doing. And they're laughing in the cop's face, and they're laughing in your face. And guess what? Slave, you're paying for it. You're paying for it all. That's right. I can't wait for one of you to get broken into. I can't wait for one of you to not be able to get rid of one of these people. I can't wait. And guess what? It's around the corner. I promise you. Because there's people like me. And the people like me, we're sick of it. We're sick of it to the point where I will keep calling these cops and these people will keep getting kicked out of here. And when these people get kicked out of here at other places where people like me are like, get the fuck out of here, and call the cops on them, guess where they're going? To you. To your place. And guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to call the cops too and get them removed. Difference is, this is a business. So guess what? Yeah, it was 18 minutes to get the cops here, but they came. Try to get them at your house as a private citizen who pays less taxes than the restaurant and this hotel that is being built. It's the only reason why the cops are here. It's the only reason why they come when I call them. They come when I call them, no matter how petty it is. They come. They come because the city and the mayor want them to. They come because the mayor has already had conversations with the owner of this hotel, this Marriott hotel, and the other hotel that will be built right next to it. You see, Marriott pays a lot of taxes. The restaurant, they pay a lot of taxes. The gas station pays a lot of taxes. So, when the owner of a Marriott and a restaurant bakery that does, I don't know, they make a lot of money. Their lowest plate there is $20. And I know this area. This area was so bad. This was a Nights Inn hotel. And it was so bad. It was bad. The drugs, the illegals, oh my God, it was bad. It's still bad across the street. Across the street, there's an Indian restaurant, there's a round table, there's a dentist, there's a barber, and there's a travel lodge. And the travel lodge, the characters that rent there. But the Indian restaurant has their own security. Indian restaurant has their own security. Room in the parking lot. The dental office just got their window broken into, the beginning of this week, Monday. So, before I got here, the guy who had my job was doing drugs with these people. Was hanging out with them. Hey, you got drugs? Come on in. Well, the owner of the restaurant got tired of it, and he saw that. These people, once they're with, hanging out with him, doing their drugs, they would leave trash in the parking lot. They'd sleep in the bushes, whatever, it's just a really bad element here. And they knew they could be here because of the druggy dude here. So the bakery guy threw a rat on him. He got fired. Good. Now here I am. I got your job, bitch. All you had to do was pick up trash and tell the bums to leave. So now I got your job. I tell the bums to leave. I tell the people to leave. This is recent, me telling people in the parking lot to leave. This is recent because the people that were picking up the trash in the parking lot, the servers and stuff like that, when they'd get that duty, they're picking up condoms. Like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Why? Because people think that they can chill here. They think they can chill in this parking lot, have sex, pull out, throw the condom on the floor, and leave. Not anymore. I have this really high power flashlight, and I shine it on them. And sometimes they're like, fuck you, I'm not leaving. I'm like, all right, man. It's your choice. And then I put it on the strobe. And at first, they try to stay. They're like, fuck your strobe. Oh, fuck it, I'm out. That's awesome. I love it. So, I'm not here to be racist, but stereotypes are there for a reason. People are tired of these illegal immigrants because these people that are here illegal don't give a fuck. They don't fucking care. To them, they're like, I'm just trying to make a living. We're all trying to make a living, sir. All of us. Every single one of us. We're trying to make a living. And some of us, our living is telling you to get the fuck out. And if you're not going to respect me when I say get the fuck out, well, guess what? I'm just going to call the police or ICE on your ass and get you the fuck out for you. What, you don't like not being told something? I don't fucking care. I don't like picking up your trash. And you know what? They don't like picking up your trash either. Ridiculous what we gotta go through. But I'm not backing down. I don't care. I'll call the cops every 5 minutes if I have to. You're gonna earn that money, son. That's the video I wanted to chime out. Don't ever join teams, but this one, these illegal people, this guy probably wasn't illegal, or maybe he was, or maybe he was illegal at one point and is now legal. I don't know, and I don't care. The fact that he's gonna pull that bullshit, I don't speak English, right there tells me you gotta go. All of you. I don't care if you're guilty or not. Get the fuck out of this country. Go. Bye!